I thought I'd finally outrun all the nonsense when I moved out to these mountains. Long dirt driveway, two stubborn dogs, my own piece of earth where the only drama should have been a raccoon in the trash. But the universe turns out has a wicked sense of humor. It hit me like a punch the morning I found Karen Foster Land Rover Powerwalk, forged paperwork dead center in my piece. I barely got through my first cup of coffee. Ranger and Coda were already circling the sliding door, picking up on something off before I ever saw it. The sun was barely up cold, biting my skin, pines creaking in the wind, and suddenly all hell broke loose. Metals shrieked somewhere down the drive, tires skidded a boom so deep it shook the deck under my feet. Ranger let out that old battle-worn growl. Coda snapped to attention. I was moving before my brain caught up, training from a lifetime ago kicking in. Mug-down gate camera on, and there she was, white Land Rover nose deep in my concrete barrier, airbags exploding, steam rising like some cursed signal flare. Out climbs Karen High Ridge Preserve, HOA, president, local tyrant in yoga pants, and enough outrage to fuel a winter storm. She wasn't hurt, just mad. Mad at my driveway, mad at gravity, mad at the universe. This road is a death trap. You're liable. She's wagging a finger like she's casting a spell. I kept my voice calm. Hands up. Karen, are you hurt? Need a medic? She ignored it. You need to fix this immediately. She's flapping her hands, selling it for the imaginary cameras. Trouble is, I'd watched the whole thing. She hit the gas, missed the turn, and now she wants my truck as a loaner, my Raptor, if you can believe that. I could barely process it. You want my Raptor? You owe me safe access. I owe you a call to 911. That's it. She muttered about men with control issues, which, coming from the reigning HOA warlord, made me bite my tongue not to laugh. The sheriff arrived, took one look at the road, one look at my signs, one look at the camera footage, and let out a whistle. She was moving. Karen tried to blame debris. Sheriff squints. Road looks maintained. Signs are clear. It's private property. Karen bristled. Do you know who I am? Sheriff didn't flinch. Yes, ma'am, and I know what the footage shows. When her lawyer rolled up, he threatened lawsuits and formal reviews. I just grinned. Review away. Road's up to code. Footage is rolling. I'd played chess against better opponents than this. Days later, thick envelopes started piling up. Insurance companies, lawyers, HOA notices with highlighter all over my borders. Shared access corridor, duty of care, demands for repairs, reimbursement, even transferring my road to HOA management. They wanted control over my land, my peace, my history. I poured another coffee just to keep my hands busy. Good thing I've got Rebecca Lee in my corner. My attorney's a force of nature. She took one look at their paperwork and let out a low laugh. They know they can't take your road, but they're hoping you'll fold. She had a plan: gather evidence. Hire an engineer, document every move. Don't talk to them, let me do the talking. County office backed me up. No easement, no shared rights, nothing but clean titles, stretching back decades. I came home, sent Rebecca every document, every video, every weird email from Karen. She countered, demanded full compensation, legal acknowledgement, engineer's clean bill. The HOA doubled down, flyers about a volatile male, whispers in town, photos of me patrolling my property, making the rounds. Grocery store folks started clutching their bags when they saw me. They tried to poison the well. I drained it. Went to the town. Cookout showed up. Talked to neighbors, let them see the real story. Thomas and Lydia, a couple from High Ridge, pulled me aside, voices low. We heard the rumors, didn't know what to believe. I laid it out. No drama, just facts. When I got to the part about Karen demanding my truck, Lydia choked on her tea. They promised they'd speak up if it came to it. Karen's next move was straight out of a B-movie. I woke one morning to the sound of heavy machinery crew digging up my drive, orange spray paint everywhere. The foreman handed me a county permit, my signature forged so poorly I almost laughed. I called the sheriff and the county. Both came out fast. The county inspector pointed out every mistake on the fake permit, told Karen, who stormed up late yelling about community safety, that she was in serious trouble. The foreman turned on her in seconds. The investigation was on. Detective Mason took the case. I gave him everything: videos, emails, forged, doc statements from neighbors. He said, "This is what happens when small-time power goes unchecked. People panic. HR at my job got an anonymous tip about dangerous behavior. I sent them the mountain of evidence. They cleared me in minutes. And then Twist Rebecca and I uncovered that every HOA contract went to Karen's brother. Not illegal, just greasy. Thomas, the neighbor, secretly passed me board emails, Karen plotting to manufacture a hazard push for county intervention. Fake violations manipulate votes. If Vail pushes back, we remind the county he's been hostile. Don't let anyone talk to him directly. There it was, fraud right in print. Odd. Rebecca moved for a restraining order. The DA started prepping charges. Karen lashed out, threatened board members, but the wall was closing in. In court, she sat across from me, pretending calm, while her lawyer waved scribbled maps and ranted about community dependence. The judge looked bored. Rebecca tore down their arguments, engineers' testimony, video evidence, Karen's own messages. Tom, the neighbor, took the stand steady and honest and read the email where Karen planned it all. The judge ruled my road, my peace, their problem. Karen's crash. Her fault. Forgery going to the DA. He even told the HOA board to rethink its leadership. Karen froze, blinking like she finally heard thunder. She went down hard. Arrested, fired, brother audited. Suddenly, I wasn't the dangerous loner, I was the neighbor who took on the HOA and won. Muffins showed up on my porch. Folks apologized. The new interim president, Thomas, told me, "You didn't just save your land, you freed the whole neighborhood." Truth is, I did it for myself, but I'm not ashamed, it helped them too. Gates rebuilt, signs up, private road, $5 access fee, supports animal rescue. Watch your speed. UPS driver paid the first toll with a shrug. Cheaper than my HOA dues, man. The mountain is peaceful again. The dogs sleep deeper. I drive home, the sun's setting behind the ridge, and I know Karen crashed more than her Land Rover. She crashed her own kingdom. It took grit, a paper trail, and more patience than I ever thought I had. But in the end, justice came. Maybe not fast, but full force. That's the lesson I keep coming back to. Don't let fear or intimidation take root. Document everything. Stand your ground. Sometimes the only thing between you and the madness is your own stubborn refusal to back down. So now I gotta ask, where do you draw the line? When is enough enough? Have you ever had to stand up to power, HOA or otherwise, and refuse to fold? Share your stories, your close calls, your victories, and your lessons learned. I read every single one. And if you believe in fighting for what's right, even when the odds look bad, drop a comment below. Let's see how many of us out here know what it means to finally truly win.